Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and everyone in between, welcome back to The Witcher. You join me, Geralt and Roach. We are going to the Beauclair Palace. We're chasing old pantless, oh no, skirtless Anna Henrietta. Is it Anna Henrietta? I think so. We're going for her anyway. We're going to find the Duchess in the palace gardens. We can't sprint. She was a sprinter. Oh, people are raged at us right now. Yeah, we started the mainline quest yesterday, which is amazing. We were handed the deeds to, I can't remember the name of the vineyard, but it's the one with the dead person in. Okay, so the Boost of Toussaint. I did not get lost.
Hurry.
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Oh dear God, we got to go find Milton dressed as a bunny rabbit, because he's the next victim. Bom bom bom.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up.
Okay.
You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
How do I get the unicorn horn? We know all about unicorns.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust.
Axie.
Round over there, look.
Oh yeah, I see him.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
Okie dokie.
The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Clear as mud. But we're going for it. Retrieve the golden fish. I really wanted to do the other one. Look for the unicorn in the clearing. Out the way, Anna Henrietta. Out the way, crazy person. Okay, so the horsey poo. Don't want a brawl. Get the Axie ready. Be calm, horse. Uni horse. Wait, we were up here looking down. Oh, we found it, we found it. Your horn's on upside down.
Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
It's
not real unicorn.
This conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Okay, blue ribbon. Oh, don't get stabbed, dude. Why would you not axe it? Oh, find a treat? We don't need a treat. Come on. You crazy?
Roach likes carrots. Maybe Unicorn will too.
You have a new quest name. Prepare it for use by placing it in the appropriate slot. Blah 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 blah. Let's do it. Where is it? Oh, we got the carrots. They're already there. They're fine. What's this one? Shut up.
Roach won't eat bread either, except if it's stale.
Boop, dub. Put it away for now. Calm yourself, dude, calm yourself. We could always just...
Almost had it.
You did not have it. Stay there, dude. How did you get over there, you little bugger? I'm gonna axe it anyway.
Come on, stay calm.
We don't need no bloody basket of sauce.
Easy now.
A clue from the horn of a unicorn. Tell me what the clue is.
Hardly fair.
Flagrant cheating is what it is.
Sirs, we must teach this scamp some proper sportsmanship.
Listen, I didn't break any rules.
True, he won fair and square.
We were unlucky, that's all. We must try to grab the next clue.
There we go. We got to play this one smart.
Guardians
Chasing
are
this.
huge. Be better off on horseback.
Really, Geralt? I mean, it's not that far down to the river, is it?
Collapse of social norms.
Better off on horseback. Oh wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Does that mean... Can I raid you? Yes, let's go. We're on a unicorn. Yennefer will be so giddy.
Come on now.
Dark secrets taste.
The way, chaps.
That fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
Right. So it can be any of these lights.
What the blazes?
Did someone just dive in the water?
No.
Perhaps that's the way to do it.
I mean, you can give it a go. This one over here looks pretty golden. Oh, this one's golden. No, this one's not golden. The toffee. We'll take it. Candy. Millie Molly Mandy, sweet as sugar candy. Are we just looking? Oh, is it inside? Maybe. How do they catch these bloody things? That one there looks like the golden one. All the way over here. Looks very golden compared to the others, right? Don't know why we didn't just go for that. Found it. Almost drowned, but we found it. Oh no. Bugger.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
Are we seriously chasing after a boat?
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly course doth trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Carol, you're going to upset the locals?
Why, you bombast race?
He's ruined the game.
Go before you start a fight. Oh my god, people have died for less, Geralt. What are you doing? Then again, it's illegal for them to start a duel to the death. We could duel to first blood. Or till someone surrenders. Yeah, that's what we should do. Teach him a lesson for stealing my fish. Hey, Bon, how you doing? Bon vivant. Why have you got a name? Can we have a chat? Not yet. We will be having a chat at some point. So let's take a look. Meet the Duchess to assemble the clues and learn what Milton is. Well, I want to see the clue myself, actually. So we got the key. And then we have that ribbon thing. Which is where? End like a mouse. End like a mouse with the head of hard cheese. What is this? A deed to the Corvo Bianco. This is what we got last episode. So we, Anna Henrietta, by the grace of the god Duchess of Toussaint, do hereby grant Geralt of Rivia crest of the bridge, the lands belonging to the estate of Corvo Bianco, together with all goods and chattel found thereon. Furthermore, Geralt of Rivia now becomes the owner of the estate and swears to see its care. Its care and upkeep. I did not sign up to run a vineyard. He is to make it fertile and beautiful, and shall enrich himself from the harvest that the land provides, for his own glory and the glory of Toussaint. Let it be known to all and sundry that in our fair domain deeds of beauty shall never go unrewarded, and the land shall never lie fallow, for both deeds and land exist to bear good fruit. Her illustrious grace, Anna Henrietta. I did not see the small print. So now we've got to actually tend to this bloody thing. Farmer Geralt. Geralt of the Vineyard. Can I borrow you, Mr. Horse? Thank you. And away we go. They're having a fun time down there. Wow. Holding shift done nothing. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. She's got to be all the way up top, right?
Is the game to your liking, ladies?
So pompous, aren't they? They're so pompous.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
Give me the egg.
The rules.
I
Rules,
am the
schmules.
Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
I begin like a groan hollowed out with ease, end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese. I've got no idea. Someplace cramped? I got no idea.
Too cryptic, this riddle. Got no idea what it's talking about.
Then be silent and let me think. Look, if we take row, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is. We get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads hard cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several
You're a smart woman.
but only one with a door that locks, and the key to it looks just like the one we found.
You're the best. Oh, we've been here before. Milton, this is a servant's quarters. We've seen this in episode 1, I think, maybe? Oh, dear God.
Oh, what the butch?
Yeah, what the botch is this? This is a new beast altogether. With these fake claws. Oh, they don't look fake now, actually. Geralt in an action scene? This is amazing! Go, Geralt, go! Parkour captain. We got him cornered. I wouldn't think we got him cornered. Didn't he disappear like the Dishonored guy? We don't know what we're up against.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Well, fair play. Innocence? Let's have a look. None?
I don't kill innocents. Murderers, though, you bet.
I'll soon be done. I've but one left. And you, should you not stand down.
And once you're done, intend to leave? Go kill somewhere else?
No. I intend to live. Happily ever after.
Hey! You didn't say we was going to fight. You said we were going to be friends. The beast of
Kill again.
Alright, this definitely looks very Bruxerish. So we're going to go with... Oh, this has got my blood pumping. We'll go with some black blood. We're going to go with... We'll go with Cursed. We'll go with Vampire. We'll go with... Do you reckon he's going to be a man or necrophage? I mean, he seems to eat the people, right? We'll go with Spectre. Oh, we got Moondust. Contains silver splinters that temporarily prevent monsters from transforming. That seems like something that's going to help us out. As well as Yarding. So we'll go... Moondust. And Yarding. Hey! Did my Moondust not want to play the game? Whoa! Oh my god, this guy. Okay, you know what? Stay in there. Stay in the circle of trust. Oh my good god, Geralt. You know what we got to do? It's quarantine. Oh snap. I don't trust him at all. Oh, he's regenning like crazy. We don't trust him, not one bit. No. You will go to bed, mister. No. Oh my god. He's getting a hold of me. I got a funny feeling he's not going to let us kill him. Whew, that fight's insane. Oh!
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
Oh my god.
No, he's my friend.
Wait. Who's this? Okay, shit just got real stinky up in here.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
I can't remember this guy.
Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Wait, so... have you got melted into a column? Which I'm sure we'll read about, because I'm completely blanking on that. Surprise, surprise. How the hell do you regenerate now?
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
The killer I'm hunting, you know him? Is that your buddy? He put his arm right through your heart. Honestly, you need new friends.
So you being here, it's no coincidence?
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Detlef. I fear he's become entangled. Landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Detlef is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Detlef is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Okay, so... I mean, we're not going to question this guy, because clearly we know him. We had a good relationship with him, in some way. Don't give a damn about his motivations. What good reason could he possibly have? Yes, true. If we only get to ask one of these, it's kind of driving the story in a set way.
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Detlef, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Okay, so is there a reason? I mean, it's pretty obvious why he killed the monster, right? Right? Maybe. Unless the monster was someone Detlef loved?
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Detlef an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlef found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders it so difficult to classify. Detlef's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upsetting immensely.
Okay, so any idea what that could have done? What that could
Anything
be?
specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted, and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Okay, well, we got to find him first.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Thank you, King Knight. Okay. Time to put our Sherlock hat on. Oh, this is getting fun. We're going to learn about Detlef, for sure. We're going to learn about Regis. Emil Regis, Rotherlick, Darzef, good... Was that Godfrey? Look, we're going to check this out for sure. Right, let's learn about old Regis first. Geralt chased Sir Milton's murderer with mad intensity. How this chase ended stands as a clear witness to the fact that Geralt was facing a highly dangerous foe. The killer led Geralt to an old warehouse where it set a trap for him. A fight ensued and at a crucial moment Geralt was saved by Regis, a high vampire and an old friend. Here I must explain that years ago Regis had joined Geralt's band of fellow travellers, of which I was a proud part, and set off with us in search of Ciri. Together we lived through many fascinating adventures and Regis proved himself a loyal friend, the kind you can trust with your life. Sadly, the expedition ended tragically for Regis. He was killed by Vilgefortz, who reduced him to nothing more than a wet stain. Hence the witch's immense surprise at encountering his old friend. After all, he'd seen Regis die with his own eyes. But the thing is, it was not Regis's final death, not even his first. As a young man, Regis had been a bit of a free spirit and overindulged in drinking of blood. This lifestyle led to him being butchered by angry villages. Regenerating from that took him 50 years or nearly no time at all for an immortal. When he was back to full health, he kicked the habit of blood for good. For years, we'd all thought he was gone forever. Yet there he was, standing in front of Geralt at the dockside in the warehouse. Regis explained that he had regenerated and come to Toussaint to find Detlef, a friend. Such were the dramatic circumstances bringing Regis and Geralt together again in Beauclair, that they did not have long to enjoy the reunion. They could hear others approaching and Regis did not want to risk encounter with angry humans. They agreed to meet up with Geralt. He agreed to meet up with Geralt at the cemetery where he had made an altogether comfortable temporary home for himself. Dettlaff. Milton's murderer was very swift. Even with years of witchery under his belt, Geralt could barely keep up with him. Soon it became clear that the killer was as clever as he was fast. By entering an old warehouse where he set a trap for Geralt. In this way, Geralt had his first face-to-face encounter with the beast of Beauclair and discovered it was just a higher vampire named Dettlaff. Not just a higher vampire. Higher vampires are ridiculously strong in the lore. Like they're almost unstoppable. And I think Geralt's only ever stopped 1 or 2, maybe? Yeah, I know he's scared of them because we've read about them. A fight immediately ensued, which might have ended very badly for the Witcher had he not been saved in the nick of time by an old friend, Regis, who put a stop to the battle. After that, Dettlaff fled in a puff of fog. If we get a lull in the story, we'll come back, we'll check out our place. I think the time is nigh to check on old Regis's love shack. We'll eat a chicken leg. Keep calm, did you just see what happened? I don't think they've seen what happened. Is there a way to fast travel there? There is. No. Why is there bad things in here? We'll just ignore them for the time being.
Regis. Picked some other place to meet.
Oh my god. You silly ghoul. Guard ghouls. I wonder if we can sneak in here now. We killed one of them, that'll do, right?
Regis! Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be another way in around here.
Oh, we found it, don't worry, Geralt. Oh, there's a couple of ways. Oh! Oh, Kiki Moors. Of course it's Kiki Moors. The bane of our existence. Right. We're going for it. We're going to go with a cat as well, so we don't need to be down there. The old random things. Insectoid oil? Where are you at? Thank you. Come here, you little bugger. Regis, you need to get rid of these insect eggs. Toxicity levels are through the roof, but that's fine. Should we put these out the misery? I'll get them, buddy, don't worry. I'll clear your house out.
Kiki more eggs. Need to incinerate these to ash.
We did it. Oh my good god, seriously guy? Get out of here. There we go. Now we're done, right? Doesn't sound like we're done just yet. Eat the chicken leg, get the coin going. Regis, you couldn't have found a nicer area in town? That looks like an hard job, right? Right. Oh, he's in bed.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Can you not find him, Regis? Come on. You've found him. You've tracked him here.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out, but Bruxa had taken an interest in it.
That's not going to grow another... Uh-oh. Don't you start sucking that hand.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
What do you mean it'll do?
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Oh, so he was a nice guy. Like, why is he going for these knights? Or ex-knights? Maybe he sees them as giving their virtues away or being sellouts, basically. Can't you just summon him with the ring? Come on. Don't you have his mobile phone number?
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both hired vampires. There's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
And less chance of dying? Sold. I'm sold. Just say it's hard, we could die. That's all we needed to know.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Pretty sure he didn't lose his hand in the hideout though. But it will show him killing that uppity guy. So go ahead, brew the decoction.
Covenarius spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
We've killed a couple of wights already. Did we not pick this bit up? If he flips me the bird on the table, oh, don't you dare, don't you do it. Old twitchy hand. Luscious long. What did you tell it?
What was that?
I like Regis.
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
I need a nap? No, let's have a drink. Don't be rude.
To a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Well, didn't we talk about unicorns last time? Seems you choose to misunderstand. I don't want to talk. Let's call him out. No, you know what? Let's be friendly.
Everyone's got some secret.
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe it wise at times to share one's secrets, unburden oneself to those one can trust.
This your sophisticated way of asking me if I trust you?
I prefer almost always to ask indirectly. It seems a test of intelligence, one you just passed.
Maybe you should go first. Reveal one of your secrets. After all, you vampires lead very interesting lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Oh, this is cool. Okay. Do we only get to ask one thing? You know what? Let's talk later. Maybe there's something you want to ask me. Now let's ask them all. So, where the bloody hell you been?
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, but first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand nor move on my own. Dettlaff bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, from my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Oh, it's a question for me, a question for him. Go for it, Geralt.
Yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back. Defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Ooh. Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now. Gotta ask you the big question, one everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
Okay, I mean, that was, yeah. I suppose that's one way to look at it.
Got a new life, new body. That give you a new start, blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
How did we know he wasn't on the blood? He never said anything.
Natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
Okay, so is regeneration fun?
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detlef recreating you out of a wet smear? Something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard. We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living higher vampire's help. However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore never to fight one another.
Oh. So we're going to have to get him to kill Detlef. Or if Detlef... How did he not die then? Detlef ripped his heart out. Oh, well, he lived without a heart, I suppose, so...
Alright, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
Oh. Oh, now there is an interesting question. A witcher is what you are. Everything you've known. You get to help people. Man. There's so much shit out there that we could be. Which is worse than a witcher. I don't think we'd ever be noble. So we'll be on the shit end of the stick. Yeah, I think I'd come back as a witcher.
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. I like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
I love how it just lets the story unfold in places like that. You can dive into it as much as you want, or you can just skip it. Welcome back, winged friend. Holy shit, that's a big raven.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Not as far as I know, but then again...
Far as I
How do we know?
None. Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or bamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
We know there's
Allow me
whites.
to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
I've already killed it.
Possible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived, entirely unmolested.
Okay, so do you know anything about this particular white?
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate, it's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Oh, we done a little quest earlier, remember? Where we grabbed that golden spoon? It wasn't a quest, it was an undiscovered location. But the guy went all ham because he lost his spoon. He made a gold one. I wonder if he was doing that for his little white friend. Maybe?
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Wait, it's just going to pop out of Barghest though. Saliva pops Barghest. Okie dokie. We'll end up with a baby Barghest spit. Well, it's time to visit the white.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
And that, ladies and gents, wow, it's bright out here with old cat in your system. Oh, we got a new character update. And a quest update. We're going to take a look at the character update first. We're going to keep on top of these this time. What was his name? I wish it put a spot in there. But it doesn't. Hence which is immense surprise at encroaching his old friend after all, eating Regis with his own eyes for years, blah blah blah, thought to have gone forever, Regis oh wait, their final death, now even his forest butchered, full health, blood. Regenerating from him took 50 years, nearly no time at all. When he was back in full health, he kicked the habit of blood drinking for good. It's weird how it updates this by dropping like paragraphs within other paragraphs. It's a little crazy. Regis explained that he'd regenerated to come to Toussaint to find Dettlaff, a friend. Such were the dramatic circumstances bringing Regis and Geralt together again in Beauclair. They did not have long to enjoy the reunion. Yep. Comfortable temporary home. Right, we got this far. Geralt found Mille-la-Cheslong Cemetery and the crypt where Regis not only lived, but had also managed to set up a well-equipped alchemist shop. They began to confer. Regis explained he believed his friend had become implicated in some serious trouble. When they figured out that they had overlapping goals, they decided to join forces and together seek out the vampire Dettlaff, better known in the duchy as the Beast of Beauclair. Geralt also learned how it was that Regis had returned to the world of the living. He had been helped by none other than the very one that they sought, Dettlaff. In light of this, Regis insisted they find a peaceful solution to the Dettlaff problem. Geralt and Regis decided that an aid was needed to find Dettlaff, a certain potion called resonance. To brew it, Regis needed some bodily tissue from the object of their pursuit. Luckily, Geralt had earlier found a dismembered hand belonging to the murderer. Another ingredient needed to brew resonance was saliva, or the salivary glands from the spotted white. Having discovered that one such creature resided nearby, Regis sent the Witcher to hunt it down. Well, that's what we're going to do in the next one. I know that's basically what we just watched, but sometimes there's some flavour text in there. Oh, bestiary? Hold on, spotted white. Are you in here? There he is. The best defense against spotted whites, stay calm and leave them alone. Spotted whites are subspecies of whites which the Witcher drove to existence. They were larger than their spotted kin and owed their names to their numerous blotches and infusions. Spotted whites would most often dwell in derelict cemeteries and empty wilderness, yet at times took to living in abandoned human domiciles, where they would indulge in their greatest passion, creating brews from their own emissions. It's gross. Can we just sneak in and grab it then? That'd be cool. When not disturbed, spotted whites would not act aggressively. If threatened, however, they became very dangerous indeed. In the colder months, or when they faced an unseasonable chill, they would slip into a state of lethargy, making them easy targets. Even during the active periods, it is said that witches found a surefire way of besting them, based around careful casting of the Yarden sign, or at least so claims Witcher lore. So we can deal with Yarden, Igni, and Necrophage oil. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun times killing this guy. Look for the White's lair. We're not going to do that quite yet. I mean, we know he's there. We know he's just chilling out in his little home. Next episode, we're going to check out our vineyard and maybe do the side quests and mix it up like that. But I think this episode was great for the mainline quest. Much happened, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Hopefully, you guys did too. and that is where we're going to leave it. So thank you very much for watching. Until next time, as always, take great care of yourself, be good, be safe, and I will see you in the next one.